What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If it is the first time you're touching down on this channel, welcome to Small Feet Big Heat. We talk sneakers, we talk streetwear, and everything in between. Last week, Friday, I uploaded a video reacting to 2JsKicks, talking about the surgeon and Urban Necessities issue that's been unfolding between the two parties. Today, I'm going to be reacting to the second video that 2JsKicks uploaded over the weekend, or since I did that reaction on Friday. He's uploaded 2 more videos and they are quite lengthy, so I'm gonna break this down into 2 parts. Right now we're gonna be watching the second video he's uploaded on the topic, but first I did want to read the Urban Necessities statement that was put out on the Urban Necessities Instagram in response to 2J's first video. So after 2J's made that initial video where he talked about getting the worst deal in history, this was Urban Necessities' response. Urban Necessities and Surgeon Studios, actually, because this is a collaboration post. I'll put it on the screen so you can read it yourself, but I'll also read it to you. We're aware of the ongoing statements about Urban Necessities. While we prefer to handle legal matters privately, we feel it's necessary to clarify a few key points. From the start, we entered this partnership with integrity and a genuine belief in the brand. Despite our efforts, including investing millions of dollars and working in good faith, the relationship faced serious challenges, much of which occurred behind the scenes. Out of respect for those involved, we remained quiet, but the truth is we've endured significant losses. Mismanagement by Jace, including mishandling funds and taxes, only came to light after we got involved. Despite this, we tried to keep the business afloat while he acted in ways that undermined those efforts. Let's separate facts from feelings. Jace engaged in self-dealing, stole product, and embezzled company funds. His attempts to portray himself as the victim ignores the reality of his actions. We've been working to return full ownership of Urban Necessities to him, and that process is nearly complete. We're grateful for everyone who supported us in the brand. We still wish the best for the entire team and those involved, but we won't stay silent in the face of false narratives. So that is there's some big accusations made in this statement, and there was some big accusations made in 2J's first video. So I understand the tone that they're taking in this. I am surprised because normally once lawyers get involved, all of this stuff kind of stops. The lawyers tell you to shut up and let them handle it. Mishandling funds and taxes, stolen product, and embezzled company funds. That's crazy. If it's true and if they can prove it, 2J's is gonna have a big problem on his hands. I think right now the community is pretty split. There were a lot of people under that video in the comments showing their support and their love for 2J's and Urban Necessities. But there's also, a lot of people out there. There were some of you in the comments on the last video as well saying that, you always thought 2J's was a scammer. And why is he spending all this money, living this lavish life if he was going through these hard times and these rough issues? And I understand all of it. I can definitely see both sides, and we're gonna jump into this video and I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts.
Man, oh man, oh man. Y'all got questions, I got questions. You're frustrated, we're frustrated. I think I'm gonna wind up trying to do my best, one, to talk to everybody and interact in a respectable, control my emotions, which I hope you guys could understand. But the one thing I need y'all to understand is I'm not gonna run away. I'm not gonna stop talking, because at this point I've done so much to try to let the community know what's going on internally. And at this point, even though me running my mouth, which isn't really running my mouth, it's me just addressing what's going on, may put me in a compromising position, but at the end of the day, I'm not here to save the fucking brand. I'm here to try to help my consigners. And I genuinely appreciate every single person that took time out of their day to talk about this.
Have any of the consigners come out and said anything? If y'all have seen any videos from the consigners themselves, anybody who has product in the inventory currently of Urban Necessities, if you've seen them speak out, link me to that in the comment section, because I definitely want to see that, because he's talked a lot about making the consigners whole. And a lot of different people, some people would say that shouldn't be his priority, right? His priority should be protecting himself. He seems to really want to make the consigners whole, which I respect again, but who knows if that's actually going to be possible. But again, if y'all have seen that, if any of the consigners have spoken up, I want to see it. Let me know in the comment section.
Whether that was in a positive or negative light for me, I want to say thank you to each and every person that has taken a moment to say something to me, to Joni, whether that was a phone call, a text, a DM. Thank you. And I read as many comments as I could. And I'm just here because I want to address some of the ones that, for the record, either grinded my gears, or maybe I didn't do a good enough job of explaining what it was that I tried to address yesterday, or I didn't water it down enough for the whole world to understand it. So the first one of the most common things that I saw in the comments from like the ones that left me head scratching.
So before he even gets started, I'm gonna say this. He said he's addressing comments that grinded his gears. It really grinds my gears when people try to say like, oh, since you didn't agree with me, you must not have understood what I said. People can fully understand what you're saying and understand where you're coming from and still disagree, right? So that irks me. I don't like it when people do that. So that's just not a him thing. That's an in general thing. But I just wanted to put that out there. Just because people don't agree with you does not mean that they didn't understand what you said.
How do you not get people to review the contract? Great question. I did multiple times. And now in the comments, and one of the things that people kept saying, the repeated thing that kept getting said is, well, it's your dumbass fault for, giving up operations and then taking all the liability. Here's the thing. I genuinely believe, my family, my wife genuinely believed that the right thing was going to get done here, right? And so I thought, my understanding was that from an operational standpoint, I was getting help, not that I was sacrificing all of it. And yeah, that's my bad. The accountability, the liability aspect of it, somebody's got to take it, right? That could have been mutually, but at the same time, if you're doing the right thing, who the fuck cares who the liability is on? Because, before...
You have to care, because then you end up in situations like this. You can't go into business deals thinking that the person on the other side has your best intentions. In law and in business, they have this thing where they say a compromise is where neither party is happy, right? Because both parties are trying to get the better deal. So if you allow the other person to get the better deal because you're on a time crunch, because you desperately need the money, you're working at some type of disadvantage, and so you get the short end of the stick, you can't really turn around and then say, I was robbed, because you knew going into it that you just didn't have the leverage. And I don't know if that was the situation, whatever. I'm just putting that out there. A compromise in business, neither party should walk away 100% happy. And him taking on all of the liability, in hindsight, he probably knows that was a bad deal. He said it was a bad deal, but I'll stand on what I said in the original video. I don't think that's an excuse for people to come out now and try to kick him while he's down, or say that he deserved this, or this is some type of karma, or whatever the case may be, just because you don't like him. I feel like that's foul as well.
Before they came in, we were running the business. We were running the business. Here's another thing that I kept seeing over and over and over again. And I'm like, man, it'd be nice if people would speak up, but there's no value in speaking up for some. But I will. Did I have some disconnects or some that slipped through the cracks where consigners didn't maybe necessarily get paid when they ideally wanted to when we were running the business? Yeah, 100%. But if each and every one of those people actually spoke up, if each and every one of those trolls actually did the research, you'd see that there's a big difference from back then. If I missed a payment, they got paid, as opposed to These folks ain't getting paid right now. They're genuinely not getting paid right now. And as of my understanding from a conversation that I had in person with folks that represent the brand, sure, Dom, Isaac, that are speaking for people that have operational say, but don't have the heart to come sit here and sit next to me man to man and say, hey, this is where we went wrong. Let's water under the bridge and fix this shit up, right? But, yeah, right now you ain't paying consigners. Some consigners ain't been paid in 3 years. So when I'm sitting here talking and saying, damn, this is crazy, like I gotta take the time and I gotta do what's right no matter what falls on me. This is me addressing shit with the community. Here's my other problem. Here's my other concern that I want to get off my chest, because you guys should know, and then I'm gonna answer the questions. They've been trying to sell my shit for a while. And the one thing that I've been asking, because I've been finding out little by little, is...
Before he moves on to his another point, I do want to say this is part of my issue with consignment shops and consigners in general. A lot of people, they're very vocal about how they hate resellers, right? But consignment shops now don't seem to get that same hate. And I always wonder why, because it's like, who do you think the resellers are selling to? Who do you think makes this possible? Because we have so many consignment shops now, the resellers just go straight there. They bring their whole inventory there. The store's back door to them. And it's just wild to me that people don't have that same energy that they have for resellers about making the community and making the sneaker game difficult as they do about consignment shops. And on the consignment side, right, the consigners, you always take that risk of not getting paid because the market just it might not do what you want it to do. So I can't say that I feel tremendously bad, but I always don't want to see nobody miss out on money. Like everybody got to eat.
I'm dying to see what the profit and loss statements look like to those businesses and people that were offered my brand along the way, because I'm pretty sure that they don't match up to the numbers that I got. And so yesterday people were saying, and I guess I didn't do a good enough job of explaining, and I'm here to explain, because again, I need you to understand how I got here, because I want to find a solution. I'm 6 figures into trying to find a solution with lawyers. I'm into going to police. I'm going to the FBI. I went to the Better Business Bureau. I'm talking to anybody that will listen to me in person that I respect their, where they're coming from with this shit.
Still hope he elaborates on that police and FBI thing, because you said it in the last video, but I feel like, bad business is one thing. If you feel like a business is doing something illegal, that's a whole different thing entirely.
It's wild. It's wild to me that these folks are sitting here painting a narrative to my staff, telling them, yo, Jay don't want to be a part of the brand. Jay don't want to help none of us with any of this. He's doing this, he's not doing this. Jay don't want to be on the operational calls. But yet they're telling me, yo, listen, you're the concerns that you're bringing up are taking away from the operations. Just point them down and we'll write them down. But then they're going and they're telling my staff, yo, he don't want to be here. He don't want to help. He don't want to work with y'all. He don't fucking respect, right? And then the cold part is, I never made any of my staff ever sign an NDA if they ever worked. If I treated you in a way that you weren't happy, go talk about it. Like I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm not doing janky business and then hiding behind it and then making my staff sign NDAs so they can't use any of that shit against me. Right? Frustrated. I wasn't the best operator. I wasn't the best owner. I fucking tried. I never fucking skipped on anybody. I'm not trying to skip on anybody. Right? And the other thing, and then I'll get to some of the questions. I'll get to reading all the fucking comments that are going on right now. Some of the other things that got fucking kept coming up is, damn, you sitting here talking about your wife this, your wife that, your wife this, your wife that. Fucking right I am. Because my wife was 50% business owner of the business. And guess what? She got jerked every dime. Every dime. Every dime. So it's one thing to lose your business. Cool, that's whatever, bro. That shit happens every day, B. Be alright, right? It's another thing for people to take ownership of your business and then not fulfill their obligations that are in the contracts that they wrote up. Like changing in the eyes of the state who owns the business, but yeah, you don't do that. Why wouldn't you do that, right? That's the question I keep asking is why, if you take all the equity of an owner and you remove them from the operations and they're not even involved, you delete their emails, you don't let them in this, you don't talk to them. Oh, you only talk to them when you want our money, and then I'm sitting there. You're taking the money. You're taking the money, right? So then I'm the only one in the room saying, yo, that ain't right. Like changing consignment agreements and then not telling the consigners that you changed the consignment rate from this percentage to that percentage, or who the fuck knows what it is, to fucking charging charging to send people shit back. I understand that there's operational costs. I understand there's things that you have to do to be able to keep a business afloat. But some of these practices were things that I never believed in, that I would never fucking do. And then when I keep complaining and bringing these things up, talking about how these things are detrimental to the brand that we built and to the brand that people respect, right? When they're detrimental to the fucking brand, you fire me. And then when you fire me, right, and then I point out breaches in the contract, you got Dom saying, yo, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to get you this money, but I'm going to get you this money. I'm going to do the right thing. And then you don't do any of that. So now me and Joni are no longer in the business. In the eyes of the state, we still own the business. But yet these guys are taking loans. They're not paying consigners. They're not paying the debts. I told you not to open Delamo. I told you not to open Crystals. And now all of a sudden the money's gone. And most of the accounts that are owed are businesses that are either managed, you have equity in, or you fucking own. And then, I mean, fuck, I'm not a rocket scientist, but the timing is insane, right? And then all of a sudden you're somehow paying to fucking treat, where the fuck is this money coming from, bro? So yeah, crazy, bro. I'm concerned, bro. Very concerned. To the point where I came to this world with nothing. The only reason I have shit is because the community has allowed me to exist, right? Has supported. I made my money. Fucking right, I made my money along the way. I made my money through 2Js. You really think I was fucking paying myself crazy? And when my salary got crazy, guess whose idea was, yo, we're actually gonna double your fucking salary so your bread ain't fucked up because Joni ain't on payroll no more. Whoops, shit, got fired. There goes that. Then on the way out, you're telling the whole staff, and then you want to comment on my page and delete shit talking about, yo, this guy fucking left us with tax debt. Who the fuck was talking about tax debt? There was a tax debt before I left. Yeah, sure. 2/3 of that shit was paid off before I left. And then I got fucking text messages and phone calls, and we're agreeing that you're going to take.
And that should have all been acknowledged when they signed the deal, though. If there was tax debt, that would have been in the contract. Like, there's X amount of tax debt at the time of signing this agreement. So I don't understand why either side would be surprised about stuff like that. It's not like, yes, that stuff can be hidden, but if you're doing your due diligence and you're looking at it, then it shouldn't have been hidden from you. That's something that you can just, look up or request it if it's something you're wondering about. So I don't know why they would be coming to him and making it seem like it's a surprise that there's tax debt. Like, all of that, it seems like such shoddy business was happening. Like,
take the fucking accountability for this shit. But now all of a sudden, 3 years of bad business and everybody and their mother's like, damn, this shit got weird over there, bro. Fucking right, it got weird. Because these boys were never planning. It's obvious right now, these boys was never planning on running a business. It was obvious right now when you leave me and my wife is managing fucking members of a business that we're no longer a part of, that you're just running the fucking tab up and leaving me to hold the fucking bill. And then the whole time you're telling me, yo, I want to work with you. I want to fix this. I ain't seen your fucking ass in 2 years. And now all of a sudden, you want to come sit in front of me and tell me, yo, my moral compass, I don't want to work with this Dallas dude. That's not how I do business. That's not how I do business. But yet, when I first addressed real problems to you back in 22, my man looks me in the eye, looks the other way, and said, yo, that's just above my pay grade. I'm paid to look the other way. Then when I'm sitting here and telling you what's going on, you sit here and you tell me, yo, I'm in the same deal as you. I don't got no say with my shit. So why the fuck are you talking to me if you got no say in your shit? And then, yo, I'ma fix it. I can fix it. Fucking right, I can fix it. I can fix the shit if I have the tools and the understanding. But I'm not gonna fix the shit when fucking it's inflated fake ass fucking debts. That when I get forensic fucking accountants in there, forensic fucking accountants that look at it, I guarantee you these fucking books are cooked. And then.
So is he gonna fix it or not? His first video, he was standing on business that if he could get in there and the numbers look the way that they look, he was gonna be able to make everybody whole. Now he's saying he's not gonna fix it because the books are cooked. Like, which one is it? And that's why I said in the other video at the end that bankruptcy is always on the table. Not making the consigners whole is always on the table. Like, as much as both sides talk about how they want the best resolution, the best resolution might just be, the consigners taking it out. If either side wants to take it out, who do you think is going to take the L? Who do you think is going to take the biggest loss here?
And then when I get fucking
people that get caught
company to do
in the
the
crossfire,
I bet you the inventory ain't even there. Right? The inventory probably ain't even there. And you know how I know the inventory probably ain't even there? Because you've been selling fucking lists to other big-time resellers and other people in the community, and the fucking lists are coming back to me like, yo, is this your shit? Damn, how you got Fat Joe sneakers in this list? Urban Necessities don't own none of Fat Joe's shoes. Help me understand, bro. Help me understand. Am I angry? Fucking right, I'm angry. Because I did hundreds of millions of dollars in sales and business, and yes, I had some fucking chinks, and yes, I made some mistakes, but I never skipped on a fucking bill, ever. 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 You hear me? But for the last 3 years, I ain't been there, and all of a sudden now bills can't get paid, and motherfuckers want to sit here and talk about, oh, yo, Jay's driving Lambos. Fucking right, I'm driving Lambos. I was making ends off my 2J shit. That had nothing to do with UN.
That was something I saw come up regularly in the comments was, how is he paying for all this stuff, living such a lavish life if, supposedly things were going wrong left, right, and center. And I mean, I guess this is his explanation as to how it was his personal business and not anything to do with Urban Necessities.
I'm angry, bro.
If you choose to believe that.
I'm angry, bro. 1 hour after my fucking post, these motherfuckers are calling me, telling me, yo, you can have the whole shit back. You can have the whole shit back, bro. Take it 100%. Oh, my God, please take it, bro. Holy shit, please take it. All right, I'll take it. No problem. Take that bullshit ass debt that you fucking put on there. Take that fix the numbers. Get some forensics. Get some forensic accountants in there to show me some real fucking numbers, right? Give me some operational money to fucking take the next 45 days and run this fucking business so at a minimum I can give these people back their shit. The little bit of shit you ain't stole yet. The little bit of shit you ain't stole yet. Give me the opportunity to do that right, bro. And listen to me when I say this to all 950 plus people that are watching this shit right now, right? When I tell you I want to go in there and I want to save this shit, I don't want to save this shit because of me. I don't give a fuck about that brand. I give a fuck about the consigners. When I sit here and I tell you, yo, I will sell every fucking house, I will sell every fucking piece of everything the fuck that I have, it's because I want to be able to go outside and not have to look behind my fucking back and worry about who the fuck I owe money to. Because right now, these motherfuckers got me low. I don't even know who the fuck I owe. I don't even know who the fuck I owe. Right? And until they let me do the right fucking thing, until you let me do the right fucking thing, I can't even stop the fucking tax. So yes, if them numbers are real, which I don't fucking believe, right? If them numbers are real, which I do not fucking believe, I have the tools and resources. Pay shit like that. Even though the state of Nevada took every dollar we had in our fucking bank accounts, right? There's people that get money, there's people that make money. That's what I do. Overnight. I fucking split seas, bro. The community is giving me this power. The community is giving me this ability. Because every single time someone that has represented me or my brand or has spoken for me and we've done something wrong, I'm the first motherfucker to call you and say, yo, let me fix it. So yeah, shit fucked up. Yeah, I'm gonna keep talking about my wife, who's struggling. I have no fucking reason to lie to y'all. None. Let me hear some questions, man. I spoke what I had to speak. I'll try my best to keep myself together. I'm not doing this because I need sympathy. I'm doing this because I need help. I have talked to 4 different lawyers, and every single one of them tell me, you'll win, but this shit's so fucked up, you won't get a dime. All right, so if I'm not going to get a dime, and I'm going to lose everything I have, well then fuck it, let me take them with me. That's what we're doing today. And I'm going to keep doing this every fucking day till these motherfuckers do what they got to do to make this shit right. And guess what? There is nothing they can do to make this shit right. I'm going to try though. I'm fucking going to try. What questions y'all got for me? Oh, you're not going to hear shit from them. But you're probably gonna see some sort of defamation and something that goes against what the fuck I'm saying. But goddamn, the amount of text messages and receipts I got are fucking crazy. It's crazy, bro. It says, "Do you think your support for Trump?" Yo, this is
that was an interesting little tidbit right there, because that's what I was wondering after I read the statement. Is this whole thing has kind of turned into very much a he said, she said type situation, or he said, whatever, y'all know what I mean. But it's just basically, you know, what 2Js is saying versus what Urban Necessities and Surgeon is saying. And nobody has really shown any proof at this point, any paperwork, any text messages, any receipts of any kind. So it's really just, it's who the people want to trust, who they want to put their trust into. And a lot of people want to put their trust in the 2Js because they've dealt with him, they've met him, they've shaken hands with him, so on and so forth. But, you know, I mean, and I'm not saying this about 2Js in particular, but just because you have a good experience with somebody, just because they make you, you know, they smile when they see you, they dap you up, they give you a hug, it don't mean that they're always the best person. And again, that is not in particular about 2Js. I've never met this man. It's about people in general. People smile in your face all day and they don't have the best intentions for you. He's finding that out right now. You know, I'm sure they didn't go into his business guns blazing. No, they made him comfortable, you know, happy. This is what we want to see. Double your salary. And then all the weird stuff started to happen, right? So you just you have to keep those antennas up when you dealing with somebody, or when you're putting your trust into somebody, even if it's through the internet. Like, we don't know these people. Just because you shake hands with them at a convention don't mean that you know these people.
You know what's funny is, like, this Trump shit, right? Because the question was, do you think your support for Trump lost a lot of people's support towards you? If I lost your support over an opportunity to hang out with someone that is definitely going to create some engagement, fuck, so be it, bro. You know? Y'all fucking talk shit when I was with Kamala. You talk shit when I'm with Trump. So what the fuck? Yo, be happy I'm not getting deported, bro.
I touched on it in the last video. I don't think that the Trump thing should be used as some type of gotcha, or like, oh, this is your karma for that type of situation. But I will say, if he lost support because of it, I think that's valid. Like, people have they have agency over who they decide to support and why they decide to support them. So yeah, if I see you in a photo with Trump and I don't mess with Trump, I can't stop supporting you. I don't have to give you my support. I feel like that's okay. And all engagement is not good engagement. And I try to run this channel in that way. Like, all engagement is not good engagement. Just because, something is popular to do doesn't mean that you have to be on the bandwagon, doesn't mean you have to be in the photos, doesn't mean that you have to take that opportunity, because that opportunity might not be what's best for you in the long run. And I think we're seeing it now, is every time something happens, that photo comes up, it's like, oh, look at these guys in the picture smiling with Trump. And like I said, it is not indicative of any type of karma that comes their way. I don't think that's fair to say, but yeah, if people stopped rocking with certain YouTubers after that situation, I think that's valid.
I'm like, come on, bro.
The same way, I'm pretty sure that there's people who liked seeing him with Trump and who supported him because they saw him with Trump. There are Trump supporters in the sneaker community, so it's a catch-22. I'm sure that worked both ways.
Bro, I'm from the mud. Hanging out with presidents? I'm supposed to say no? That's a position you're supposed to acknowledge. You live in this fucking country. Is there Urban Necessities in Dubai? No, it's Saudi Arabia. Oh, look, man. Yeah, do you want me to talk about that fucking crazy deal that they fucked up? They have nothing to do with any of this. The people in Riyadh, love them. Family. Known them for 12 years. Did a spit handshake. Kept them for their word. Everything they said they were going to do, they have done. And then some. No issues with them. Personally. None. How can you help? Somebody's asking. Spread the fucking word. Tell people to get their shit out. Fucking, I'm not going to sit here and ask you to bombard or harass. I just need people to understand right now Urban Necessities is not doing really good business. And I am trying my best to get the attention of whoever the fuck I need to get attention to be able to do the right thing for the people. That's all I care about.
If you start telling people to pull their stuff out, consigners, if you start telling people to pull the stuff out that they have in there, then how are you going to turn it around once you get in there? It's not going to be no inventory left if you tell people to pull their stuff out. So that's interesting.
That's all I care about. That is all I care about. Yeah. I will hold up my head high, man. I appreciate it. What other questions you have for me? I mean, like I said, I spoke my piece, and I'm not fucking deleting this one. I know y'all know I've been putting up videos here and there and deleting them. Not deleting this one.
I don't think he should have did the videos at all. Honestly, I don't think he should have did the videos at all. But that's just from a legal standpoint, from a business standpoint. Like I said, once you start talking publicly, things get very, very messy because everything you say can be used against you.
How does the community help me? I think the first thing is, I don't know what the number is. Because when I was first addressed with the number, I'm like, that's it? That's the problem? Now I'm like, yo, is that real? That doesn't make sense. How did it jump this much in a week? And now it's like, I feel like every time I go in there thinking it's one thing, it's a fucking other thing. And it's like, why? Yes, I want to help people. Yes, I'm going to try. And even if I can't fucking do it the way that I'm telling you, which is get back in there, fucking pack everybody's shit, send it, and then, yo, here's a fucking check immediately. I just sold my house, fucking whatever the fuck else, right? Like, even if I can't do it that way, the only other way for me to fucking do this is to hope that when I create some sort of relief fund, right, I'll be able to get the fucking access to be able to see who the fuck is owed what. I might not be able to see that. Realistically, I might not be able to see that until this whole shit is taken down, till the fucking people do what they gotta do and see who the fuck is owed, and then somebody's gonna say, Jay, this is how much is owed. Can you got it? And then I'm gonna be able to say yes or no. And if this number is fucking giraffe pussy, yo, bro, I'm gonna need help. I'm not saying I'm not gonna fucking try to handle it, but and yeah, yesterday I made it about
a relief fund. He said relief fund. I'm wondering if he's talking about like going to the bank and getting a loan to try to save it, or if he's talking about like a GoFundMe. It could go both ways. If he's talking about a GoFundMe, that's a little crazy, not gonna lie, because then you're asking the community to bail you out of a situation that you acknowledge that you really shouldn't have never been in. that's tricky. But you know, people give their money to causes and charities and people and things all the time that they want to donate to. So if people really want to see him back in charge at Urban Necessities, if that is important to them and what they think is important to the community, and they decide to donate to that, I can't knock that, because you decide where you want to donate your money, right? So it would be very interesting to see, but yeah, that's gonna be tricky. I mean, this economy is like, I think aren't we in a recession, if not like going into a recession? So,
and yeah, yesterday I made it about my wife. I made it about the fact that I got fired. Today I'm telling you, I'm making it about the 37,850 plus fucking consigners that are at that brand that I don't even know how much you're owed, how much of your shit is there. Like, I don't know. I fucking don't know. I know that's not the answer you don't want to hear. I am being as fucking truthful and as transparent as I possibly could be, because it has been 3 years since I've been able to tell anybody anything. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I tried the podcast shit. I don't have a fucking, I'm all over the place. As you can see with this shit going on. And then everybody that I got fucking around me that I've had to try to help, I have not been able to instill efficient work environment for them, given to the things that are going on.
He's talking about how he's about to go broke and just took the worst deal in history, and he's being, you know, ripped out his money, ripped out his business, and y'all want him to start a podcast? People just be saying stuff sometimes, yo. People just be saying stuff. When will he have time to do that? Between meetings with his lawyer? Like, come on. The videos are enough. Why do y'all need a podcast? Maybe in the future, if things settle down.
She's struggling.
I'm sure he's
has
got
lost over 60 pounds in the last 2 months.
Stories.
Sometimes it's hard for her to even walk. She might pass out just walking. Struggles eating. Fighting for her fucking life. Fighting for her life. And while she's fighting for her life, bank account empty. Because people want to sit here and not even let us know about them letters they're sending, them phone calls they're making, or the emails they're sending. Oh, can't see the email. Email got deleted the second I got fired. I don't want to create a GoFund. I don't want to ask for money.
Okay, so he wasn't talking about a GoFundMe. He was talking about maybe going to the bank and getting a loan or something like that. But when he said relief fund, he was not talking about a GoFundMe? Let's see.
I ain't know what the fuck I'm asking for. How do I ask for something I don't know? I don't even know what we need. You want to help? Pray. You want to help? Tell folks. I need people to tell folks. You want to help? Tell Joni. How come Nevada took your money? Department of Taxation, sales tax. You kind of got to pay that.
Ain't no kind of about it. It's two things in life that are for sure: death and taxes. that's it. But it sounds like the GoFundMe might be on the table. I don't know. He's a little, I don't want to say he's wishy-washy, but in this situation, I'm pretty sure things are always changing, always evolving. The more information he gets, the more his plan has to change. New information, new plan, you have to adapt and adjust as you go. So I don't know. Maybe it sounds like the GoFundMe is on the table, but he has to get the number that he's looking for first, or know what number he needs before he creates any type of relief fund. Or maybe he just won't do it at all. Maybe he'll stick to that, I don't want to take people's money. I think that's the best course of action. I don't know. If I was in this situation, I can only say what I would do. I don't think I would take the community's money. I would ask them to get the word out, all of that type stuff. I'd ask them for support and just, showing up and showing love. And maybe if he gets back into Urban Necessities, come out, buy some shoes, help that way. But just to donate your money, I don't know if I would ask for that, but to each his own. I'm not here to judge him. These reactions are me reacting to the situation. I'm not judging him or condemning him or anything like that. This ain't that.
I ain't really paid it that well since I left. Oh, do I got connects? Yeah. I got friends that are reaching out to attorney generals. I got friends that are reaching out to folks at the FBI.
For what? Tell us for what? He's teasing, yo. He's teasing that FBI and that police thing, man. Like, if you thought they were doing something illegal, tell us what it was. Out, open, blatantly. I want to hear it. What do you think they did that was illegal? Not bad business, not shoddy business, not weird behavior. What does he think they did that was illegal?
I got friends that are lawyers. I got friends on both sides of politics. I'm telling. I'm gonna fucking talk all day long. I can fight. Y'all know, if you watch any of my fucking videos, ever see me outside or ever saw me in that store, you know I can fucking talk. We're gonna talk until we get a resolution. It might not be the resolution that everybody wants. It might not be the final happy ending that I thought I was gonna get and go off in the sunset and be Wilson hanging out on the beach with my own fucking little Wilson fucking, vibe.
And I'll say this right now, I don't think that it will be a happy ending for everybody. Like I said towards the beginning of this video, compromise, business, and all of that is a situation where a lot of the times neither party is happy. None of the parties walk away happy. I think this is going to be a situation where some people are left holding the bag. I think bankruptcy is my prediction right now. If I had to guess where this was going, I think it's moving towards bankruptcy. I'm not saying that's what I hope for in this situation, but I think that's where this is going. If you ask me my prediction right now, today, not seeing any other video, there's a video after this that I'm going to react to right now, my prediction would be that this situation is heading towards bankruptcy for Urban Necessities.
Volleyball, but hey, here we are. The plan for the post-consigner resolution, right? If this was a movie scenario, right? I fucking somehow, by the grace of God, find a way to generate enough revenue in bringing this awareness through selling my things that I could run a business that is given the chance to try to right wrongs. I don't know if I could do that. It's been 3 years of shit business. 3 years of people looking at crazy-ass fucking prices, crazy-ass consignment rates, and horrible-ass communication. Right? How the fuck do I fix that? Right? Are there people that would fucking jump in there and say, yo, Jay, let me help you, you're a stand-up dude? Fuck yeah, all day long. I got it going on right now. But why would I bring anybody into this bullshit? Why? I just want to make sure that we do what's right for the consigners. That is where my heart, that is where my mind, that is where my focus is besides my family. So yeah, they got more money than me. Yeah, they just won whatever the fuck it was that happened the fuck over there. Whatever, I don't even know what the fuck happened there. Right? But laws are laws. Paper is black and white. Right? I'm responsible for the liabilities. And here I am in front of you, telling you that we'll find a way. It's not going to happen overnight. And it might not be, and it's definitely not the answer you want to hear, the one I want to give, but this is where we're at. So, if and when you regain control, do you intend to continue with consignment? Will you be clearing? Well,
I think another reason why he's so kind of focused on getting the consigners whole is these are people that he might have to rely on again, people, businesses, entities that he might have to rely on again. If he decides to stay in this space, in this industry, you can't just burn bridges with people like that. Whether he could say, oh, the surgeon did this, the surgeon did that, allegedly. That doesn't mean that they're going to want to work with you again, you know? So I think that's another big reason why he might be trying to make the consigners whole is these might be people and entities that he might need again down the line. You can't just leave people holding the bag just because someone left you holding the bag.
It depends on how bad the number is. And do I have the liquidity to fucking run that business in the amount of time? Like, at some point, I gotta count my losses, right? The only things I care about are my taxes and the consigners. 37,850 of them. So I'm not good at math. Clearly, I'm not good at math. But if my average consigner had, I don't know, 10 items, and the average dollar per transaction, 3 years ago was $500. What type of fucking number is that? Right?
It's a big ass number.
Right? Like, if I were to be able to fix it, if I had the tools to stick around for a long time, I think it's a safe assessment that if I tried to do consignment, it would probably be a little hard for me. Right? And I would definitely have to retool, repackage, incentivize, motivate. That's so far down the road. So far down the road. It's so
far down the road, but he's not saying it's off the table. I mean, this is an industry that, again, I don't know 2J's, but it sounds like he spent majority of his business life, his professional life in this sneaker space. So yeah, I guess trying to leave and do something else down the line, because he's gonna have to make money somehow, some way. It probably will involve sneakers. That's just likely, I think, at this point.
So far down the road, I don't even know if it's even realistic. Is C's affected? C's was bought out from the brand a long time ago. A long time ago. C's made out good. And C's will never tell it. C's will never tell it. C's was never one to talk about anything. Good on him. We'll leave it at that. He knows the real. I think you added 120 zeros there, bro. What am I doing for work right now? Right now, I can't work because, I've been trying to fucking start shit, but I can't technically work because my focus is now back on this shit, right? And I know the laws have changed in the world, but currently there's a clause in there that even if I wanted to work, I couldn't. So everything's on limbo. I'm selling my shit though.
There's a clause. He said there's a clause in there that means that if I wanted to work, I couldn't. Is it a competitor agreement? Does it mean that he can't become a competitor to UN, or that he can't work for a competitor? Is that what's happening here? Or that's interesting.
I'm selling my shit though to be ready for lawyers and life and whatever. Heat check. I did not see your comment above. Let me scroll. Just rewrite it again or copy and paste it and drop it again, bro. Hard to be friends with people that just tell you they're here for a check. There's some consigners that haven't been paid in 3 years while you're asking. Speak to the mayor almost every day. Mayor said it was a good idea that I got on the thing. Sympathize with Joe. Joe's a stand-up dude. That's some bullshit he going through. That shit, man, that shit don't even make no sense. Okay, so let's talk about the money that I got paid out, since somebody said I got paid $3 million on the way out. We did it. Joni got a paycheck for supposed $2 million that never came in its entirety, a fraction of what we should have sold for. Because again, it wasn't about taking money from. We had money before the fucking deal happened. Right? Y'all forget that I paid $2 million out of my fucking pocket to put that store together. Right? So, Joni agrees to take $2 million. Well, there's taxes that take shit with zeros and commas right out. Right? So that's gone. 300,000 gone. Right? So, fuck, if I just coughed up, we just coughed up 700 between taxes and fucking lending people money. What am I left with? All right, well, damn, that sounds about like an M to me, right? That's like an M, right? I'm not good at math. What do we do with $1 million in the last 3 years? Well, that's easy. I bought 2 houses. I bought 2 houses to help family members. One that I knew for 30 years, brought him over, tried to help him out. And then another one that eventually got rented out for the store. Right? Now, here's the irony in the shit. I'm gonna have to sell the 2 houses to fucking pay somebody for some shit I ain't got. Shit, I ain't been there in 3 years. Don't feel bad for me. Don't feel bad for me. It didn't work out. Shit happens every day. Right? So yeah, go ahead and tell this narrative that we took all this bread and we fucking walked off into the sunset and drove off in fucking Rolls Royces and this and that and this and that. But let's leave out the part where you were actually fucking cooking crazy as fuck before the whole shit even happened, and we didn't even need your fucking bread. I needed help. I asked for help. Where was this energy when I was with Trump? You know what's funny is I wore a shirt next to him that said, I'm not an influencer. Then he looked at me and he said, a lot of people like you got tattoos. You think if I got a face tat, people would vote for me? You know me being the comedian I am, I'm like, yo, bro, if you get a face tat, especially after just freeing Kodak, you're going to have a whole different demo fucking with y'all. Why y'all so mad at me? Did I ever say who the fuck I voted for?
It don't matter who you voted for. It's the imagery. Like, Trump is killing a lot of people's livelihoods. He's destroying people's livelihoods. Healthcare, education, women's rights. Like, he's impacting people. Just because you might not be impacted, you might not be affected, doesn't mean that the people who look up to you and watch your videos and like, doesn't mean that they're not going to be impacted. So I feel like that's a stupid question. Did I ever say who I voted for? It doesn't matter who you voted for. It doesn't matter. You stood next to him on a stage, and it was what I don't even want to get into that. Like, whatever.
I don't remember saying who I voted for. You telling me you wouldn't have taken Yo, bro, if you can't read through the math and this shit don't add up to you, then, bro, I'm sorry, bro. You missed the whole fucking shit. And so when this shit goes to wherever it got to go, the courts, whatever, and they take my fucking contracts and they look at it, and they see that the fiduciary responsibilities were not abided, that legally they were supposed to fucking report to the country, not the country, the state, that we were no longer a part of the fucking business, and then you're just sitting here taking loans out? How does that not? And then it don't add up, but yet I'm sitting here telling you, yo, I want to pay it. It frustrates me we can't talk about certain shit, bro. All right, I got a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to go fucking back to enjoy my monster. And because, Mike, you asked, how am I liable for the money if it's the way the contract was signed? Again, I signed the contract, yes.
Yeah, some people was asking in the comment section of the last video, how is he liable if they bought all of his equity? Equity and liability are two different things. So when you go into a business, you can absolutely be left liable for what happens and not have any equity, not have any say what goes on in the business. It's not the same.
Contract, yes, where I agreed to take on some of the liabilities, but at no point in time did we discuss, hey, take the liabilities because we're going to fucking steal every fucking dollar out of it. Or we're going to itemize it out to our businesses. That wasn't the fucking plan. The plan was, yo, I'm going to do this, you're going to do that, we're going to do this together, this shit's going to go to the fucking moon, bro. I just, right out the gate, the first shit we did was open a store in fucking Saudi. Right out the gate. Then shit got weird, then I checked on a bunch of shit, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what the fuck is going on. DMC, I seen your comment a few times. I appreciate you, bro, but honestly, I don't even know what we're supposed to be doing. I don't even want to, I do not want to ask for a singular dime or help from anybody, monetarily, for some shit that I do not even understand where the fucking floor is for this shit.
I will say, though, because he was just talking about liability, liability can happen in that situation with the contract, which is what he is saying. And I'm not saying that he is lying, but I do want to add that you can also be held liable for what happens to a business if it is found out that you somehow committed fraud. So if someone, not him, signs a deal with somebody taking over their business and they lie, they commit fraud, they hide funds, there's some type of misconduct with the money or product, stolen product or embezzling funds or anything like that, you can still be held liable because you weren't honest, you weren't upfront about what was on that paper. What was on the paper was a lie. So you can be held liable. So he's saying that he's being held liable because that's just the way the deal was set up, but that is another reason why people are held liable. Honestly, I don't know why he's being held liable. I'm just listening to what he has to say.
The business wasn't skipping payments because it couldn't make payments. The business was missing payments when we were running it because we generally just couldn't do the work in time, right? And when shit was getting pointed out, we fucking paid it. Ask around, bro. I never not paid anybody. Did I make a couple payments late? Yeah, sure fucking did. Not running from that. The difference now, you sell your shit, it eventually tells you you sold your shit. And then they take it and they put it in a fucking check, and then they put it in, they just fucking tuck it. And if you don't fucking talk enough shit, who knows when you're getting paid? That's the difference. So yeah, when you guys are sitting here asking me, how can I help? How can I help? Talk about what's going on. Positive, negative, talk about it, bro, because everything that's going on in that business right now, in my opinion, is very fucking wrong. Every single part of it is very fucking wrong. Right? I want to take the steps to try to correct some of the wrongs. Some of the wrongs. The wrongs that I want to correct are the tax implications that it has, and the consignor. I want to take care of the consigners. If they are numbers that I am able to cover, and if I'm short and it's a reachable number, I want to talk about how together, if anybody's even willing to fucking help me, which again, I'm not asking anybody to fucking help me. I'm not asking anybody to fucking help me. I'm telling you, I will fucking do what I gotta do. And at some point, I fucking take care of it. Right? If I can. If that number is not what they're telling me, if what I see when forensic accountants go in there, and I see that them P&Ls are cooked and you've been fucking taking dollar after dollar after dollar after dollar, there is no fucking way I can sit here and say, I'm going to fucking sell everything I have to fucking... and guys, again, in this scenario, in both of these scenarios, I don't get to keep anything. Except for one thing. It's a singular thing I get to keep. My fucking name. Because that's all I came in with, and that's all I'm ever going to fucking leave with. My fucking name. That's it. So, you put 999,999 people out of a fucking whatever, million, billion, trillion, gazillion, one person will do it. One person will do the right thing. If I don't fucking do it, who will? Not asking for sympathy. I'm just asking for you to hold me accountable. Help me get the ability to fucking be held accountable. And then give me the time to do what I need to do. That's it. I appreciate you guys taking time. I appreciate you listening to me. I apologize for the energy that I'm showing, but understand, I'm fucking angry. Very angry because I worked.
And I think that's valid. even if you do take a bad deal, even if something does not work out the way that you wanted it to work, because you made a mistake, I still think it's valid for someone to be angry. Were you wrong? Yeah, but you can be wrong and angry. You can't be wrong and strong. I don't necessarily like that in people, but I think it's valid for him to be angry. You know, like if something didn't go your way and you had a part in it not going your way, could you be angry? Yeah. Could you blame somebody else? No, but you can definitely be angry. So you angry for a little while, and then you do what you got to do to turn it around.
My whole fucking life to be able to build something that I had an appreciation for, and still do, by the way. Genuinely do. I genuinely love what that fucking shit was. That was all walks of life from all over the world coming in and being able to coexist, interact, and share the same appreciation they have for things in this world, and not looked at as a fucking weirdo, not fail, out of place. That shit was different, man. When that shit was booming, lines around the fucking mall. More foot traffic than Louis. Like crazy fucking numbers. And I never did it for the fucking bread. I did it because I genuinely enjoyed this shit. You know? Like, and I'm thankful that I got to hold the light for as long as I did with all the shit that was going on. I didn't even know what was going on. Right? And now, I sit here and I look at it. I walk past. I go to that mall here and there. And bro, when I walk, because I park in the same fucking spot, because I'm a creature of habit, right? I fucking walk past this shit. I can't even fucking make my neck turn in that direction. Can't even look at it. I am genuinely concerned for consigners. I am genuinely concerned for the product. I am desperately trying to get back in that fucking building. I have asked for the ability to be able to see the books. I have asked for the ability to be able to look at the inventory. I have asked to be able to see the process for consigners to get their shit back. And I'm still fucking waiting. I got offered the business back 100%. You can have it back as is. I can't take it as is. I can take it. I'll take it back. I'll take it back if I am provided the funds that business will need to be able to exist for at least 45 days while it takes me that time to fucking send shit back. And I will only take it back after there's been forensic accounting happening and that the inventory they're telling me is there, right? I'm concerned. You know why? Because there was a whole window full of shit there yesterday. You know how many fucking pictures I got today of an empty window? An empty window. Yo, that's fucking 150 feet of window. 150 feet of window, there ain't shit in the window. I used to have 70,000 pairs of sneakers in that store when I was booming. 70,000 pairs of sneakers when I was fucking booming. When I did that ESPN shit, there was 7,000 pairs on that fucking wall. 7,000 pairs. I walked in that motherfucker the other day. I don't think I saw 1,500 on the wall. I could keep going. I could keep going. I could keep going. And I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to keep talking. And I'm going to start sharing texts. You don't want to see the text messages these staff members are telling you, sending me. You don't want to see, you don't, like, you know what I do want to, I want to talk to? I want to talk to every single employee that had to sign an NDA on the way out. Before Urban. Even during Urban. I would love to talk to those consigners. Fetish, it was 70,000 pairs in the store, 7,000 on the wall. 1,500 is what I saw on the wall. I don't know what I saw in the back, but it didn't feel like 70,000 because when it was 70,000, you could barely walk around in the back, right? But back to what I was saying. I would love to talk to every single person that feels like that wasn't right. I wonder if there's any class action stuff there.
As someone who's worked for a business that has had to file bankruptcy, no, there usually isn't a class action there because, well, it depends on what state you live in, but the state will normally swoop in. They'll send somebody to give everybody kind of settlement paperwork, and people are paid out and stuff like that. So there's not usually a class action situation there. And you definitely can't pull together a class action just because you had to sign an NDA. That's not anything to have a class action over either. A class action means that like there was money lost or again something illegal was done.
So yeah, again, mad, very. Because for 3 years, if you go in a certain Facebook groups and you see the people going like this, talking like, man, them motherfuckers ain't paying over there, and then I'm getting tagged, and then I finally, I ain't got no shame. I jump right in there. Yo, you should probably blow them up on social media. You should probably go in there, ask for shit, and send rep receipts. Right? Accountability.
Yeah, not being paid your wages.
Accountability.
That's something.
I never ran from it. Appreciate y'all.
Okay, so that is 2J's second video. I am going to react to the third one, but I'm probably going to have to do it tomorrow. It is 95 degrees right now. There's a heat wave in New York, and sitting in front of this window is actually kind of killing me. I was on my phone trying to order Instacart some water and some fruit and stuff to the house because it's hot. I know what a heat wave feels like, but this is kind of crazy. So I hope y'all enjoy your week. Happy Monday. As always, definitely sound off in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this situation, how it's unfolding. What are your thoughts? I definitely want to hear them. And if you enjoyed the reaction, like, comment, subscribe, show us more on YouTube or some love. I really appreciate it. And I will check y'all out in the next one.